What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of On the Course with Royster. This is a series where I just go to local area disc golf courses and, I just highlight them either through a walkthrough or a playthrough. This is going to be a walkthrough video. I find myself today at the Jeremy Lewis Memorial Disc Golf Course, which is found in Deer Creek State Park. So I've been here once before, really enjoyed it, so I'm thrilled to be able to come and check out this course again and show it with you guys. Whether you've played it or not, I can already tell you, or I can already recommend it as a must, or you should if you're in the area. So with that said, let's go ahead and get on the course. Alright, so before we hit the course directly, you are greeted with this board, just to kind of highlight it a little bit before hitting the course. So you go over here and you kind of see like a putt-putt right there, and there's your T1, and then you have a practice disc catcher there. Here's what the signs look like, or the signposts, at least the first one. Really nice. Even has where you can put your bags instead of throwing them on the ground. So while we're here are the stats for hole 1, which is a par 3 of 220 feet. And here's the tee pad, concrete, and you just have to throw straight out that way. Just kind of let you take in a little bit what's surrounding it. Again, one of the beauties of playing disc golf is just being outdoors and enjoying the nature around it. After you hit the chains on hole 1, you just have to look straight forward to get to the next tee pad. Alright, so I'm still on the approach to the tee pad. I just want you guys to take in, now this is early spring in which I'm recording this. But here are the stats for hole 2, par 3 with a 198-foot distance. Again, concrete tee pad. And we kind of have this narrow corridor of trees. You want to try to shoot through or around, but to the right is the disc catcher. Okay, I'm just standing right by the disc catcher and just kind of want to give you the view from there. So let me just kind of come here, and then here's your hole 2 disc catcher. Nice trees, and then all you do is need to continue to go straight, and you'll see the next tee pad. So here at hole 3, we have a par 5 with a 459-foot distance. So this is a dynamic one. We got this tree kind of chilling right by the tee pad. We got this cool kind of walkway because it's a little flooded there. But we still have these trees that you would have to contend with right out the front. And obviously, if per the sign, you're going to throw straight out and hope to bend it right. This is the bend. Looks like several trees have been chopped down. And there, a lot of trees from the last time I was here have been chopped down. And there's your disc catcher. Alright, so I'm just making my approach to the disc catcher. Kind of show you what that looks like. And then from hole 3, you want to just go straight. Don't turn right, but go straight. Coming right up at the hole 4 tee area. There's your stats. Par 4, 249 feet. Got this little fun, nice little tree there, but not really in the way. So you're going to want to go shoot straight out, and where you see the trees at, you're going to want to bend right. Alright, so I'm kind of standing in the tree line just to show you, zoom out from the tee pad where you were throwing at, and show you the disc catcher is where it is. So this disc catcher is just kind of chilling in an awkward spot here because it's kind of on a declining hill, so you don't want to overshoot because you'd end up in there. This is kind of the surrounding area. But once you get that disc to hit them chains and get in the basket, you'll just proceed up and over where you'll see the next tee pad. So here we are, hole 5 is a par 3, 195 foot hole. Kind of got a box surrounding a concrete tee pad. So coming to the end of the tee pad, you do have this tree to deal with, as well as a lot going through the clearing. And let's see if we can see it up to your left. You should see a little bit of the yellow to show the disc catcher. So since I like to make hiking videos as well, and one of the things I like about this is sort of the hike you're on, kind of show you a little bit of the terrain you have to deal with on your way to the disc catcher. Alright, so there's your tee pad. And after you cross here, you'll find yourself right at the disc catcher for hole 5. And then from there, you will go right, and you'll follow this trail to the next tee pad. Hole 6 is a par 4, 225 foot hole. We see you're going to want to go straight with a curve to the right. There's your tee pad. There's your area. Kind of show you, kind of see that yellow. That is your disc catcher. Just kind of show you some of the terrain you have to cross. And more visibly show you the disc catcher. So there's your tee pad where you were launching from. And here I am, right next to the disc catcher. Just kind of spinning around. And to the left, you'll find the next tee pad. Hole 7 is a par 3, 183 foot hole. This time you're going to want to go straight and have it go left. There's your concrete tee pad. And there's the straight. I'm not going to be able to show you the disc catcher from here. After walking straight out from the tee pad, and I can kind of now show you where the disc catcher is, the trees that you will have to contend with. There it is. There's your disc catcher for hole 7. If there's any concern about finding the tee pad for hole 8, there's a little sign there. Let's just go ahead and follow this trail. I want to show you, don't go straight or to the right, go left a ways. Just kind of following that path. As you keep on walking straight towards the open field, to your right, you'll find the tee pad for hole 8, which while we're here is a par 3 with 177 foot distance. There's the layout. Here's your tee pad. A little fun one. We got some trees right up front that you have to contend with. But there's your disc catcher. Alright, so there's where you threw from. There's some of the trees you had to maneuver from. Just kind of slowly show you. There's your disc catcher. And then to the right is the trail you'll be following to hole 9. As you keep on following this trail, a little muddy today, you will see a sign that tells you for where hole 9 is. You kind of start to see things open up. And voila, there's your tee pad. Alright, so here's hole 9, par 3, 186 foot hole. There's your tee pad. And you'll be shooting straight. Now, you'll be aiming for the first disc catcher, not the second one, because the second one was your practice. Alright, I'm standing next to the tee pad. Just zooming out from where you were throwing at, kind of show from that perspective. And I would say the best thing to do is just walk towards the practice and walk towards the street to get to hole 10. Alright, I'm just kind of out near the street, like I said. Just going to turn, you just walk the street or on the grass along the street, and as you walk ahead, you'll see a sign pointing you to the start of hole 10. And we're just going to go left in. So cool. So I am showing you too that also if you work your way through the miniature golf area, there is an entrance to hole 10 from there as well. Look at this beaut. So here is hole 10, par 3, 171 foot, and a lot of beautiful trees. Such a fun hole. A lot of corridors to go through. I think this is probably my favorite hole. But there's your disc catcher. And you got a very low ceiling as well you have to contend with. Just kind of walking through the trees. See, courses like this is why I enjoy disc golf. There's your tee pad. And that's you throwing through all of that. Here's your disc catcher, just to let you know the next tee is pointing to the left because there's a tee right there, but that's 17. So you're going to want to make sure you go back in, and then you're going to come around the corner to the right with another sign instructing you. And you can probably see it from there. Alright, making our approach to our sign. Hole 11 is a par 4, 297 foot course. Let's see here. Got this tee pad. And you're going to shoot straight out there. And you're going to need it to bend far left. As I turn left, this catcher's sort of in an opening. A cul-de-sac, I like to usually call that. And at hole 11's disc catcher, you have another sign pointing you to where the next tee is, and it's fairly obvious that it's right there. So here's hole 12, par 3, 181 foot hole. Here's your tee pad. So you're going to want to kind of shoot straight and then have it bend right per the sign. And right now I might be able to show it to you. I can actually see it out there if you see a little bit of a yellow. All right, imagining chances are you've not seen the yellow. There's your T-pad, and there is your disc catcher. The disc catcher just to my right. Now we can come out and just spin to our left, and boom, T-pad for hole 13. Hole 13 is par 3, 201 foot hole. There's your T-pad, and I'm going to kind of, and you can see it just straight ahead behind some trees. Alright, here's your disc catcher. Be mindful not to throw it too far or overthrow it, because that's what's behind. Slight dip, and just moving after going around the disc catcher, we're heading to hole 14's T-pad. Hole 14 is a par 3 with a distance of 220 feet. You're going to want to go straight and to the left. There's your T-pad. So I'm standing at the right-hand corner of the T-pad, shooting straight out, and should be able to see the disc catcher to the left. So you do have this huge hill to climb down, which looks like at points there could be water. And then you're going to have to climb up this hill to get to the disc catcher. There's your T-pad where you were throwing from. I'll zoom out and spin around and show you the area up top near the disc catcher. And obviously the disc catcher is right there. Hole 14, pointing you this way, you'll see a trail to your right. Go ahead and follow that. Coming towards the end of that trail, don't go right, because right to your left, boom. The next T-pad. There are your stats. It's a par 4 with 297 feet of distance. Kind of want to get in a right bend. There's your T-pad. So obviously you're not going to be able to see the disc catcher from here. And even after you come around the bend, you're still not going to be able to see the disc catcher clearly. But as you start to walk closer, it will be obvious to you where the disc catcher is. Over here in this left-hand corner. Just want to give you another perspective. Here's your disc catcher, and then to your right is a sign pointing you to hole 16T, which you'll take to your left, and there it is. Hole 16 is a par 3, 107 foot hole. This one's unique in that, as after I show you the T-pad, that the disc catcher is elevated in a tree to your left. You kind of see a little bit of it right now. Alright, there's your T-pad, and just kind of want to show you the area, and more specifically, here's your disc catcher there in those trees, elevated. How cool. How fun. So anyways, from there to your right, you will see the path that's going to take you to hole 17T. Hole 17 is a par 3, 198 foot hole. There you go. At the end of the T-pad, you're probably going to try to work your disc out through there and have it bend to the right. And I'm going to show you where the disc catcher is there. It's the big yellow with the 17. Just walking a little ways out. And if you manage to get it through these tree clearings, you got a clean shot right there. All right, after you get the disc in the disc catcher, you're going to cross this bridge and go across the street and walk along the dog park to the T-pad for hole 18. There's the bridge that you crossed on the street. Here's your dog park entrance. There's the dog park. And then if you move forward here, you will see the T-pad right up there. Just kind of show you a dog park to your left. And there's your T-pad. And here are your stats. For 18, it's par 3, 225-foot hole. And again, another concrete T-pad. And I want to shoot straight and have your disc bend to the right. Let's go see what that disc catcher looks like. Navigating through the trees. Just kind of going straight through. As I bend to the right, there's hole 18. Alright guys, well that's the Jeremy Lewis Memorial Disc Golf Course found in Deer Creek State Park. I hope that once you get your disc into that disc catcher that you are happy with your score, happy with the outcome. At least I hope you have fun, because I think this is a fun course. I mean, I'm sure it can be frustrating with trees and all that, but I like tree courses. I don't know, not that I need the challenge because I'm not great, but I just think it's fun and it's like an adventure. This one truly feels like an adventure. It's probably one of my favorite courses I've ever been to, just because of the fun factor of it and just the beauty of the terrain that you're navigating through. So with that said, until the next edition of On the Course with Royster, take care. Peace.